Shared reading assignment. Expectations and instructions. First, watch the video to both hear and see the article on salt dissolution. Second, pay close attention to the end of the video to observe Mr. Contreras model how we'll apply and practice 2 reading comprehension strategies to the article. The first strategy, connect each section of text to prior knowledge. Strategy 2, use information within the section of text to help interpret the accompanying diagram. Using the video, practice these 2 strategies to complete the Google Forms quiz for the remainder of the article. From the U.S. Geological Survey, water molecules and their interaction with salt molecules. At the molecular level, salt dissolves in water due to electrical charges and also due to the fact that both water and salt compounds are polar, meaning they have positive and negative charges on opposite sides in the molecule. The bonds in salt compounds are called ionic because they both have an electrical charge. The chloride ion is negatively charged and the sodium ion is positively charged. Likewise, a water molecule is ionic in nature, but the bond is called covalent, with 2 hydrogen atoms both situating themselves with their positive charge on one side of the oxygen atom, which has a negative charge. When salt is mixed with water, the salt dissolves because the covalent bonds of water are stronger than the ionic bonds of the salt molecules. The positively charged side of the water molecules are attracted to the negatively charged chloride ions, and the negatively charged side of the water molecules are attracted to the positively charged sodium ions. Essentially, a tug-of-war ensues with the water molecules winning the match. Water molecules pull the sodium and chloride ions apart, breaking the ionic bond that held them together. After the salt compounds are pulled apart, the sodium and chloride atoms are surrounded by water molecules, as the diagram shows. Once this happens, the salt is dissolved, resulting in a homogeneous solution. So at this point, I'll model the 2 strategies for you using the first section of text that began the article. It says, at the molecular level, salt dissolves in water due to electrical charges and also due to the fact that both water and salt compounds are polar, meaning they have positive and negative charges on opposite sides in the molecule. So personally, when I'm reading something to understand information, I'll often stop after each sentence to make sure I understand what I just read. So I'll stop here to demonstrate both comprehension strategies. First, I'll connect this sentence to prior knowledge. I see several words that are part of concepts that we have already learned. Molecule, salt, charges, compounds, positive and negative. Something I remember about ionic compounds is that they involve a positive ion going together with a negative ion. Next, I'll use some of this information to help me interpret the diagram. From prior knowledge, I know that positive and negative charges are represented by plus and minus signs. And in the passage, we are told the definition of polar. So with this information, it makes more sense to me why the water molecule is drawn with positive and negative signs and charges, and that it is a polar molecule. So using what I just did as a model, what I'd like you to do is go through the remainder of the article in the Google Forms quiz and use both of these reading comprehension strategies to make sense of each section of text.